Hi there, welcome. This is Carrie Gatto with Big Picture Realty at Keller Williams Realty. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing a local business owner, Evan Martin of EM Productions. He's the producer and owner of the company. So, welcome, Evan. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, my pleasure, definitely. I want to learn about your business. Can you just start us off by briefly describing your business in your words?
Sure thing. We are a turnkey operation for everything hybrid and virtual production, video production, which includes training and creative editing and just many different ways throughout experience and the collaborations throughout the years to be able to bring whatever your vision is to the forefront, and overall that to do it in a way of communicating, which we really believe in. A lot of times people that are, more on the technical side don't necessarily have the communication skills. And we like to bring both, and we like to grow together. And for us, it's certainly all about the relationship.
That's a really cool point. You're merging those two things, the technical and the communication skills, which is so important, especially right now today with COVID and
Indeed.
everything going on.
Thank you.
Yeah. How long have you had your business?
So I've been doing this type of production work for just over 10 years now. But it really all started about 13 years ago. I was the chef concierge at the Doubletree Hotel, and I produced a music video for the property. And shortly after, got a call from the president of the company, and he invited myself to the general managers conference where they used my story as the opening and closing of the conference. And they used my video as the direction of social media for the brand. They went ahead and they sent my wife and I to the Grammy Awards, and the video went out on a training DVD to all the Doubletrees in the world. So that was really a turning point for me as far as where I really wanted to go with some of the talents and some of the skills that I had, and incorporate it into the relationships and the opportunity that I had as a concierge and through Hilton to grow and to have kind of a real life, amazing networking opportunity.
That's so interesting. What a great story. And I've
Thank you.
seen your reel on your YouTube channel. It's really impressive. So
Thank you.
for folks that are watching, definitely jump over to YouTube and check it out.
Thank you.
And so you've already answered my next question, which was what you did before, right? Where are you originally from?
Yeah. So I grew up in Andover, Massachusetts. So when we talk about how long I've been doing this for, it can go all the way back to that because I was a TV production student of the year my junior year, and we did share a studio with the local cable company. So I learned a lot back then, as well as interned at a couple different TV studios. So I've been doing it for a long time. And from Andover, I've, obviously over the years lived around this area, including I lived in Somerville for some time. So I do consider myself a native Greater Bostonian, and it's really just a wonderful place to grow up. And I just feel like there's so many great people that I've met over the years, and from living here and working here, it's opened up just a lot of amazing opportunities for me.
Awesome. So do you have a studio in Somerville?
I don't have the studio in Somerville. We actually have the studio over here in Saugus, which is where I reside currently. I also work with a collaborative partner at a warehouse in South Boston, where we do a lot of shows for Mass General, for Harvard, et cetera. And and then we do a lot of hybrid stuff, and that's just starting to come back this year, which is really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Very cool. And what is something that's unique about your business?
Well, I mean, again, it goes back to the relationship aspect. We want to be a company, and we have been a company that grows with people. It's not just like you hire me for my specialty and I deliver it to you. It's like, we really come together and, go back and forth until we get the vision correct. And then also just having this feeling of something special, something unique, just because of that relationship and the opportunity to grow together. And because of the folks that I will bring on for certain projects that I already have worked with and know that they also bring that same level of not just technical and creative skills, but also the ability to communicate. I always feel like it ends up being just a really, special collaboration, and it's, work that can continue to grow together.
So just to clarify, so you actually help people, set up and conduct meetings virtually, right? As well as producing video.
Indeed, and it all kinds of at this point works together, and we have different levels of that. There's a level of training. I did produce a training program as soon as COVID hit, which was published by a company called Arcacity Seminar that I've been working with. And what ended up happening with that is it enabled me to really know and guide me on how to teach and train folks, just right off the bat, no matter what kind of work we were doing together. And there's all different levels of virtual events. I mean, whether it's something as basic as having, a tech person that's there in a Zoom meeting to make sure that a lot of the silly things that we run into during Zoom meetings don't happen, have kind of an orderly conduct, and then again, bring that presence, whether it be from a hosting perspective or behind the scenes perspective, um, to this incredible level of a news broadcast like production that we put on, which would be the type of work that we've been doing for the hospitals and for Harvard, et cetera, where we do create branding across the board. Um, and we do it in a way where it's like the most professional type of production you could ask for. But there's the tech load is off of the presenters. And of course, these doctors, they're extremely busy. So, we want them to feel comfortable, and we want them to come into a space where they just have to do what they do best, which is, be themselves and be able to prepare whatever they need to prepare, for their own personal job, and we take care of the rest. But we have a lot of patience, and we guide them in a way that's very soothe and calming. And we prep them in a backstage, and then we kind of cross everything over into this broadcast, where people can log into the site and get a full high definition, multi-shot kind of a news broadcast, as well as live Q&A, and really design it in the way that works best for the company. So again, it doesn't really matter what level of a meeting or an event, whether it's virtual or hybrid or live that you're looking to do. We want to
Mm.
listen, and we want to produce it in a way where you say, wow, I didn't realize that virtual could be this fun, or we haven't had this kind of an experience before. And it's just really, just all around makes everybody feel like there was a high level of success. And then for the folks that are tuning in, because there's no technical glitches, because there's no issues or anything like that, and because it's such high quality, they also feel like that they are part of something that's special. And even after a couple of years now of people having to deal with the virtual world or the hybrid world, it makes them feel like that there is this really nice level of ability to communicate with each other, which is kind of what we have here for our meeting today.
Exactly. Thank you for that. And what are you most passionate about, or what motivates you in your business?
I mean, I'm just a person that really loves to network. As I mentioned before, my life has been about real life networking. Most of this business, if not all of it, comes from relationships, real world relationships, much more than it comes from, marketing or advertising or social media, believe it or not. Over the years, I've just been able to work with some really substantial people, surround myself with some really intelligent people, and grow with people, so that, now we're at a point where things are just really blowing up and very exciting, because of kind of the foundation and because of the way that things have snowballed over time. And it's really rewarding. And so that's probably what really does it for me. I'm also somebody that loves to be creative. So when somebody could bring a great idea to the table, I love to be able to go back and forth with them until we get that, turn that vision into reality.
So fun. And is there anything exciting coming up that you'd like your customers to know about?
So I have a lot of exciting things coming up this
Mhm.
year. Of course, we're going to be doing a lot of these events that we did last year virtually in a hybrid setting. But what I could say about the people out there to just reach out to me, because I'd love to hear more about what they're looking to do, and then find out what's coming up in a way that if it makes sense for them to participate, or if I can get them a link or some way to log in and learn more about it. I'd be happy to do that. But everything's very different. It's not just about Harvard or the hospitals or years in developing production for psychotherapy. It's about Born Global, which is a biomimicry group that I work through with Boston University. We're going to put on a really cool 3-day virtual show coming up around the Easter weekend. Food Addicts in Recovery, we're doing a big show for them where we have kind of one backstage area for the main people to do their voting and to do their panel discussions and their voting, and then another way of logging into a branded site for them to be able to just view it. Um, so there's a lot of really exciting stuff. So I really look forward to having the opportunity to share some of that with folks. They could certainly go to my website as well and see what's coming up, and just to find the best way to build up a relationship and to collaborate.
Very, very cool. So, what's the best way for people to contact you? Go to your website?
They can go to my website. It's www.evanmartinproductions.com, and they could certainly email me, which is Evan, EVAN, at evanmartinproductions.com. And all that info is up on the website as well, including the links to my social media channels and my portfolio.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, this has been really, really interesting and fun. And I think you're doing amazing work helping people communicate and collaborate, even,
Thank you.
virtually. So thank you for that. And thank you for your time today.
Thank you too, and I appreciate you and everything that you've done to make this happen. And I wish you so much success. And I look forward to being able to continue to communicate with you and to share this with my people, so that everybody can kind of learn a little bit more about you. And just again, thank you so much for reaching out and making this happen today.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, so welcome. And yeah, let's definitely keep in touch and maybe get a coffee sometime.
That would be great indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.